This is Ash from Thornton Tarot. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to do a tarot reading using the Everyday Witch, which is a very fun deck. I'm quite enjoying it. It's my kind of most recent purchase. And we'll also be clarifying with the Rider-Waite deck as well. I only do very short readings, so it'll just be the 3 cards with the overarching energy. However, I do channel messages during meditations during the day in order to include those with the readings. These messages are channeled from the universe, so I consider them to be messages from the divine. I work on creating a connection. I co-create, and the universe guides me and protects me through my work. I pass messages to others, which is obviously why I have this YouTube channel here. And I also use it to pass messages in my everyday life, and also during work as well, in which I work as a teacher and a mentor. So that would be another opportunity for me to do it. So basically, I keep an open channel throughout the day, and I'm always like channeling and gathering messages from the universe. And I've got a couple of messages that I want to pass through today as well. What we'll do is we'll crack on with the tarot, and then if I can see the opportunity, I'll weave those messages in. Otherwise, if not, I will just bring them in towards the end, because I know you're probably wanting to see what the tarot has to say. So remember, this is collective, it's not individual reading, so you just take what resonates. It's specifically for those that are following their dreams and goals, and those light workers that are looking for some divine guidance in either their work life, or it could be hobbies and interests that they follow, volunteering work. It's possible to do light work in so many different ways. You could be an artist and be channeling the divine through your pieces of work, through your craft, or you could even be a doctor or something, that kind of role as well, and still be channeling messages and raising consciousness just through your presence, even with others. So it's possible that a light worker can be, in a multitude type of careers, or not even working, just like you could be retired, and just your connections with people on a daily basis is raising the vibration of the people that you're connecting with. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what this channel's all about. So you're very welcome, and let's get cracking. I'm going to just take uprights today. Oh, there's one turned over already. I have already meditated on the cards, cleansed the cards, and blessed the cards. So it's just really a little bit of a shuffle, but the divine's wanting to get cracking on. We've got the Queen of Cups as the first card that's come out. This is such a fun deck, and the cards are quite small. I haven't got any association with whoever created this, but I just heard another YouTuber recommending it and saying that it's like one of their favourites. I think it was a YouTuber, or if it wasn't, it was maybe perhaps a reviewer on Amazon or something like that. And I was like, oh right, I've got to try this out. Okay, 4 swords in the middle, and then we've got the Page of Wands next to that. So we've got those 3 cards, and then we're going to get an overarching energy of the 3 of Pentacles again. Seriously. This keeps happening, keeps coming out. Okay, so overarching energy, a sense of people building together, collaboration, I think that there's an awful lot of collaboration going on right now. People have realised that in order to achieve their dreams and goals, they need to bring in the skills of others, because at the end of the day, you could be very talented in what you do, very experienced, knowledgeable, but you know, in order to achieve that goal, or to achieve a project, you're going to probably have to collaborate with others and bring in their talents. It's not always the case, but here this card is kind of saying that the collaboration could possibly make your project better or your dream more achievable, and possibly even more enjoyable. So yeah, so that's what we can see here. We can see everyone is staring at the wall. They're kind of developing their plan. They're building something great, something monumental. We can see outside through the archway, so there's a sense of great propensity for growth. You know, you can see the horizon. So there's the sky's the limit, shall we say. So very, very positive overarching energy, I feel. Yeah, it's interesting that we also have the Queen of Cups coming in as the first card. She in the original Ride Away is holding a cup, almost kind of quite protectively, which could be your project, it could be your work. It's almost like a treasure, something to be treasured, something that you're building, you're working. The Queen of Cups is very creative. She's very intuitive and very loving and protective. And so whatever she is nurturing should grow. It's a very positive card. Here in this one, she is feeding. She's feeding fish, worms. So there's a sense of feeding your I mean, you could see each of those wishes, each of those fishes rather, as wishes of maybe, you know, or targets or goals. They're all small, but they have the potential to grow. And through that feeding, that care, that loving care, there's yeah, you can reach your goal. There's lots of water here, which would be appropriate for the Queen of Cups. But for me, again, there's a sense of, with the water, there's a sense of potential for growth. Water on the land gives us growth. I know it kind of appears to be sort of a lake or sea, but that's what I'm kind of intuitively getting, particularly where you've got that kind of the palm tree in the background and the sand and everything. There's a sense of a little bit of barrenness, but yet I think the water with it, the sense of no, you can grow as a person. You can grow your projects. So very, very positive. This is next to, in the middle of the deck, central to the deck, is the Four of Swords. So here we have somebody that's sort of lying. She could be meditating. In the typical Four of Swords, is she's kind of recovering after the heartbreak of the Three of Swords, and she's taking time to heal and recover from that. I feel, my intuitive sense of this is that it could be the case, but I feel more so, particularly with the moon in the background, that she is channeling. She's actually tapping into her higher consciousness, and she is connecting with the universe, and a lot of her intuitive messages cannot be rationalized. It is just something that she is receiving from the universe. So where we have the moon, there's always that sense, and particularly where you see the dark shadow of the moon, you always have that sense of mystery. But and also there's always a lot of, particularly intuitively, when you're channeling, you don't always know how, that you can't make it logical. It is just what it is. It's a message that appears in your mind, and it's something that in a gut feeling, you feel that you have to act on it. Yeah. And this card for me is saying, this is what you need to be doing. This is what you need to be doing. If you're not clear of where you need to head or what your next actions are, just take time to be silent, disconnect, and meditate on it. You might even get it in dreams. So have a dream journal next to your bed so that you can jot down anything that crops up. But this is the way. In fact, I wrote my book in this manner, just literally channeling, and then basically then going to the computer and writing. It might not have even been the same day, but the messages were all channeled, and this was one of the methods that I used. So I think that, alongside the Queen of Cups, is very, very powerful for me, because she also is incredibly intuitive. So if you're creating something, if you're an artist or a musician, regardless of what it is, this could be a way forward for you as well. Just tapping into those energies right now. So there you've got a sense of very much aloneness. These people are alone. It might be two people, two separate people. So one is intuitively tapping in, the other is actually doing the physical work, the actual, bringing it all into action. So it could be that they're two separate people, or they could be the one person doing the two activities together. But the universe is saying, definitely, there should be more people involved. And then the final one, Page of Wands, taking action. So full of inspiration. This is a fire energy, and it's almost like the Fool setting out on a journey, the beginning of the Fool's journey. So the tarot is the Fool's journey. So 0 is right at the start, which is the Fool when he begins. And there's always that sense of, and you can see it here, the very few, kind of light load, not taking much on the broomstick here, very light load, and just setting out with the inspiration and passion to follow a path which is unclear, but maybe there's a sense, again, probably a gut feeling about, and particularly the fact that we've got the other cards, a kind of intuitive feeling that this needs to be the way forward. You don't know where you're going to end up, but you trust in the divine, trust in the divine messages. Also, if you look, you've got a little cat and a salamander, I think it is. Usually it is in the fire cards. In the on the path, the salamander is a type of protection. The cat, I'm thinking that, for me, like I said, I sort of channel and I look for messages from the universe. I'm always looking for synchronicities. I'm looking for, signs from nature, from animals. And for me, the cat here is kind of guiding, saying, no, don't go that way, come this way, and follow me. So there could be signs in nature, but not just nature, you know, on the internet, in things that you read, what people say. Don't be limited in listening to those messages, listening for those messages. If they just be aware, be conscious, and that they will come to you, and you'll get, again, that kind of gut feeling that that's kind of the right thing to do. But you won't know for sure, because this is trust, this is belief, this is faith. You can't use logic in it. So yeah, this card is saying, go for it, take that action. So if you haven't already, it is time to take action on whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve. It could be an artistic endeavor, again, because of this being a fire card. So there's kind of like a strong sense of artistic endeavors here, but it doesn't have to be, like I said at the beginning of the reading. That kind of the idea of messages fits in with one of my channeled messages, where in the last couple of years, I've experienced a lot of synchronicities, and this obviously is part of universal law. Sometimes, like I said, you get messages, you notice some things happen, people turn up that, you know, just suddenly turn up in your life, and you think, this is just strange, it's just so weird, you know, that this person has just appeared, and they're going to have a big impact on my life. Or it may be lyrics to a song or something that kind of passes a message to you, and you think, oh, if you look out for them, they are there. And I always am guided by those synchronicities. I unfortunately can't give you any examples from my life because of the nature of the work that I do outside of this. So I'm not able to share. But how I ended up working where I ended up working was through a message passed through some song lyrics, and it preyed on my mind. And I thought to myself, I have to apply to work in this place because of these lyrics. They just would not go away. And I applied, and I was absolutely astonished because I got a job interview and got the job. And I wasn't really fully qualified. I had the right kind of qualification, but I wasn't fully qualified. And I was quite shocked that I also got it, and it was meant to be. And I'm now working there, and when I was working there, one of my students, because I said obviously I was a teacher, actually recited the lyrics, the very lyrics that I had listened to and which had made me want to go to this place, to me in one of my lessons a few months after I started working there. So obviously I can't give a lot of specifics, but that generally is the story of a synchronicity. And I just remember, even though I channel, I know what I have to do, it was still a shock. And I just thought, yes, universe, yes. So that's what you're supposed to be looking out for right now. That's one of my messages. The other message that I have is one of laughter. So yesterday, my students and I did a lot of laughing, and it was not really a typical environment for laughter. And the people that there you wouldn't really expect to be laughing very much. But it was just incredibly healing to have that kind of light-hearted and joyful energy. And we worked, but we laughed while we worked. And I think the message that I want to say to you today is that despite the circumstances, despite, you know, you might be working really, really hard on something and it could be very, very stressful, but always find time to have a laugh, and particularly with others that you're working with, because, you know, life's too short. Things can get really stressful, and you have to enjoy some of the simple things in life, and laughter is free, and you can make someone else's life you can make someone's day. I mean, my day was made yesterday. I just went home giggling to myself, and I was in such high spirits. And I think if you can smile and you can laugh with someone, even if you're just passing them in the street or in a shop, just do it, because it can just be, you know what we were saying in my class, we were saying it's infectious. And as a light worker, if you're a light worker or you want to be a light worker, that's exactly what it's all about. It's about raising that vibration and making the world a more joyful place. That's it. So that's my message to you today. One of my messages. I hope you found it useful. I hope it inspired you, because that's basically what I'm here to do. And yeah, if you liked the video, please do a thumbs up for me, or write a comment if you want. Yeah, that's it. So I'll see you again soon. All right, bye. Bye.